Supreme Master Ching Ai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit www.godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
荣耀上帝观众，我是林慧中，来自好客台湾，又称为福尔摩沙。迷人的魅力，热情友好的台湾人，献予恁天堂无尽的加持。今仔日的师徒之间节目，播出珍贵的佛教故事，500名生意人以显明技术，将以英语和娱乐语播出。娱乐语又称越南语，字母有阿拉伯文、犹太文、保加利亚文、中文、瓜地亚文、英文、法文、德文、北印度文、匈牙利文、印尼文、日文、韩文、马来文、蒙古文、波斯文、波兰文、葡萄牙文、罗马尼亚文、俄文、西班牙文加泰文，也阁有较侪语言字母，请至以下网站下载你的语言字母。青海无上师30多年来，以神圣的教理照亮世界。这位完全开悟的名师，传授观音法门，帮助渴望的求学者即刻开悟，一世解脱。所有的开悟的名师，拢受观音法门，譬如佛陀、耶稣基督、先知穆罕默德、祝伊平安，甲古鲁那纳克。伊强调，咱只要时时想念上帝，为他人无私奉献，遵循宇宙律法，将达到人类上悬的高位，了悟来到地球的目的。青海无上师慈悲为怀，是非凡的在世典范，经常援助难民、解忧、灾民和需要帮助的人，予因物资和经济上的援助，以爱心抚慰因。2006年，伊获颁故事和平奖，这个奖相当东方的诺贝尔和平奖。伊卓越的领导善行，多年来获颁无数的奖项，得到世间人无数的赞誉。伊热力为动物发声，提倡和平、爱心的素质。伊更加下下宏愿，希望人类生活众生皆神圣，带着和平辉煌的顺遂世界。动物甲人类共存共荣。伊以各种方式创造顺遂生活，譬如讲法团队，你嘛会使选择安尼的生活，开设爱家国际连锁顺遂餐厅、无上师电视台。伊嘛经常呼吁政府和媒体领袖，并参加气候变迁时事会议。无论世间人是否警觉，伊的努力影响世间人极高，唤起所有的人选择善待动物的生活，并奉行慈悲之道，天下才会当永久太平，救地球免于气候变迁。青海无上师多年来卡籍遍布全球，对美国、到非洲、欧洲、甲大洋洲，对大众甲伊的土地讲经开示数百场，阐释各种人性主题。今仔日有幸为您播出其中一场精辟的开示，珍贵的佛教故事，500名生意人以 鲜明技术，就在《师徒之间》节目。2015年8月7日以英语公益发布。
One more won't hurt. Besides, a lot of people here today. Maybe we can share the camera. Huh? Everybody one that mosquito camera, yeah? Yeah, it's not fair that I take it all. Oh yeah, so we continue talking, yeah? Or not? So good, huh? Working? Good. Okay, very good today. Everything looks good. Plastic flower look good. Okay. I feel more comfortable wearing just this kind. Don't criticize, okay? I have to sit here a long time. I was going to wear some flowery things so that you can look at the flower instead of my wrinkles. But I thought flowers look too, I don't know, too old. Old people don't wear. No, I'm not saying anything. Yeah. When I met one of my longtime friends a couple of weeks ago, their daughters look beautiful and young, and I, wearing this kind of, how to say, big clothes. And they said to me, you look more than before. I said, oh, just the clothes. if I wear like her, I would look, the same. I said, but I don't wear this kind of things anymore. Those very tight on the body, yeah, showing whatever you got. So I don't wear them anymore. Recently, up to now, I don't wear them anymore because when you're older, whatever you wear, you're still old. Yeah, I say, old people like me don't need to wear these kind of things anymore. So we also old, huh? Because I don't mean you, I just mean me. Okay, you want to talk more, like the topic this afternoon we left over? Yeah, tell me. Yeah, microphone. Yeah, tell me, Spain.
Yes.
You from Spain?
Yes, from the south.
Where?
From the south.
South.
From Madagascar.
Madagascar. Oh,
Madagascar.
Malaga. Oh, Malaga Center. I heard Madagascar. Malaga Center. I have been in Malaga for maybe, I don't know, 1 month or something. A few years ago.
I was not initiated yet.
Oh, very nice. Nice, very green, When you go through Spain, first you see greenery and all that, a little bit more north. And then later you feel like Alicante area. Further, Alicante is very dry, there's no trees, anything. Look like they chop them all down to make something or to burn before, a long time ago. And it doesn't revive, or maybe the mountains there are just like that. And then later on you go further south, it's very green. They're beautiful.
Yes, actually from several cities in the south of Spain, we were some systems initiates, we were organizing some workshops and courses to teach people, vegan food and raw vegan food, and we were surprised that there are so many people who are interested in making this change, even directly living, eating meat to go raw vegan.
Wow, so good.
Yes, and even we were given also on the radio a program to talk about the vegan food and raw vegan also.
Yeah.
Many people are very happy with this, so we are happy too.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear too. Thanks to you, huh? Okay, next one.
Let's go.
Okay. The cakes come a little bit nearer, please. Not you, but the cake. Yeah, it's about this side, this area. So I get you know, old people who cannot bend it very well. Here, my love. Yeah.
Hello, Master.
Hello. Are you going to blink forever or you talk?
Master, my mom told me to send you her love.
Love. Okay.
Yeah. She couldn't make it to come.
Your mother.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Visa problem.
Money?
No, visa.
A visa problem. Where from? Why visa problem?
I'm Persian, Master.
Huh?
Persian?
Person. Have visa problem to come here?
Yes.
How could you come then?
Master, I live for 2 years in Costa Rica.
Oh?
And also I need visa for here. But like last month, out of no reason, I went to this Spain embassy
Yeah.
and
And then what happened?
then I get the visa and then I could come.
Oh, congratulations. I'm sorry for your mom, huh? Yeah, she must have felt very, very sad. But, you know, Persian, you mean Iran?
Yes, Master.
Okay. They're talking good
Yeah,
now.
thanks.
My
Thank you,
God, for
Master.
long, many years.
We all know it's your work.
For your mom.
Thank you so much.
Special, only one.
Thank you, Master. Thank you.
You're welcome. Tell her also, I send my love, okay? And I'm sorry for her that she couldn't come, but I hope in the future it will get better.
Actually, Master, many Persian initiates are there and really love you, but they cannot come.
Yeah. Before in Thailand, so many people come.
Oh, yeah.
What is that? Curtain? Ah, very nice. Yeah. We can't have everything, you know.
I know, Master.
Thailand is so hard, huh?
Yeah.
Then everybody climbs 16 stairs, flights. Oof, I would not bother again. In Thailand, it's too easy. Everybody can
I
come
know. It's
from Vietnam, China, you know, neighboring country, easy visa. So they all come more than we can arrange.
I know.
The whole hotel booked already, and they overflow. They stay in everywhere, and then the government so kind, even have to bring the outside toilet for us. My God. Only in Thailand they do that, you know. Not only they don't say anything to us that we overflow like that, but they brought even facilities. I was ever grateful, you know. Afterward we came and make some contribution, you know, also to pay for that. But still, the kindness you can never pay.
Yeah.
You know, Thailand people very hospitable to foreigners. But in the future, you know, the world got to be better. You know, it got worse already. It cannot get worse. Cannot get more worse than this, right? So it has to be better because people are talking with each other now instead of bombing. I mean, many places, yeah, like the difficult issue, like Persian and America, Cuba and United States. You know, things are getting better, and I'm glad. It's just too slow for my liking, but I'm glad, and I'm diligently meditating, praying. With your blessing and your help, your support, the world will get better. It has to get better. Yeah? Okay. Next one.
I wasn't here this afternoon. Are we telling happy stories?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, just one moment. Iranian, you come here. Come here. It's too heavy for me. Come. One of you or both of you. Come up. Come here. You take this one home, okay? And give it to every...
I think to Costa Rica.
Oh, you don't go on her? Okay, you bring it to give whomever, the Iranian disciple you can. For me, with all my love, okay? This one I've been touching all afternoon. Okay, take it. With all my love, okay, tell them.
Thank you. Thank you, Master.
Yeah. And you can, yes. Oh, and Costa Rica, you just came here today?
Last night.
Last night. How did you know that you come? Somebody told you? Or you just want to come? Oh. Oh my God, from Costa Rica. I say European people, if they want to come, they can. Because it's so near, you know? And then they email all over the world, right? Because today I heard like Canada and I don't know, America and France, South Africa, yeah, and Costa Rica even. Wow, that's far away. Costa Rica is really far, huh?
Almost 1.5 days.
Yeah. Oh my God, I am so sorry. Okay, it's good. So how about the cake for your mother? You think you bring it to Costa Rica and then bring it back to Iran? Or?
No, I can go Iran.
No, wherever. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's just a symbol of love.
Thank
It's
you,
nothing
Master.
much. Come back inside. Okay. And maybe she bring one to your mother also.
Oh, it's in different cities. They are
Different city.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
they
far
can email, email the cakes. Take a photo and say, here, take it. Well, if you send it with love, they receive it, you
Yeah,
know?
Master.
Receive love,
We
receive love.
always received your love in the last retreats that we couldn't make it to come.
Yeah? Okay. I'm so sorry the world is still so backward. My God. It's 21st century already, you know? And still fighting with each other and killing each other. This is terrible. Sometimes I thought I'm dreaming. How can this be? You know, not just still killing animals, but killing each other. For any reason at all. Whatever reason is, there's no reason to do that. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. And then sometimes innocent country or innocent people got the bad effect from that. That is a thing. Not just the two fighting party. Yeah, I'm sorry. Never mind. It's very difficult. One day it will get better. I hope it's in my lifetime. Yeah? Okay, next one. Good news. Yes, ma'am.
Sharing, whoops.
Yeah, you were not here in the afternoon. Okay.
No. So we're sharing happy stories. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do it now.
I'm from Victoria Center, Canada. So the west,
Oh,
there's
also-
Vancouver Center, and then we have a very small center on Vancouver Island. called
Very far.
Victoria, yeah. 7 disciples. Very talented group. And for Earth Day this year, we did 2 things. We wrote a storybook
Uh-huh.
called The Pig in the Pink Tutu.
And then?
So the pig is wearing a pink ballerina outfit, right? So cute. And so can you imagine, right? It's so cute. And
Where's
so
the book?
what's that?
Where is the book?
I brought some samples
Oh, okay.
if you would like to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then?
So cute. So we wrote it, and then one sister did all the drawings, and anyway, group effort, right?
Yeah.
And it's all about loving kindness towards all beings, so it's a book about veganism.
Yeah.
So very sweet. And then we wrote a play, like a theater play.
A play?
A play.
A play.
Play.
Oh, okay.
Like on stage theater play.
Yeah.
And we're all amateurs, believe me. We're all amateurs, but we wrote the play together. We had
And
lots
played
of
together.
fun. We wrote it together. One sister made all costumes. There were 9 of us. All wore animal costumes,
Yeah.
like cows and pigs.
Ah,
and, because the play was called The Pig in the Pink Tutu
Okay.
as well, right?
Uh-huh.
And there was music in there, and the play again was all about veganism.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun. We had 2 disciples come from Vancouver Center to put the play on with us, and
How many
now it's
people?
all up on YouTube. It's
Some
fun.
people came to look?
Yeah, it was at an Earth Day festival. So we
Oh, I
had
see.
actually 2 times Master's Blessing. We put the play on twice, and we had families come and watch
Oh, okay.
the play. So
That's good. Very creative.
yeah, we just
Good.
had it's amazing how much talent your disciples have.
Yeah. What do you mean amazing? They don't have it. They It's normal.
It just comes out of nowhere. You
It's
know?
normal. It's normal. Told you. Thanks. Thank you.
Can I share one more story?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You don't know you have talent until you calm down, meditate, and then all the good things come out. Just make sure the bad things don't come out.
And
Yeah.
then last year, a group of us disciples built a greenhouse,
Yeah.
3.5 meters by 7 meters, something like that.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how much food we can grow in that greenhouse.
Yeah.
So the disciples come on Sunday. It's in the center ground. And they come and they take all the food, the green food, and it looks like they haven't have friends who don't have a lot of money. So they take food and give it to the poor people, their poor friends. And then the neighbors come and take the food. And anyway, it's very special.
Yeah.
It taught us that one small area can grow so much
Yeah.
food.
You could make even layers,
Yeah, I
that's
think
why.
next year we'll make layers.
Yeah, and then much more even.
Yeah.
The short plants on top and the tall plant on the
On
bottom.
the bottom, yeah. So we're still trying to figure out how to spread more of it, maybe to the food banks,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're learning.
Many things we can do. If you like to do something with passion, then it turns out okay.
Oh,
With love. Yeah.
lots of love, yeah. So
Wonderful.
those
It's
are my
good.
stories.
It's good. Next one. Anyone else want to express your opinions? No? Okay then. One story again. Yeah. Poland. I'm sorry. Can you see me behind there? Can, huh? Yeah. Oh, this is as tall as I get, Even if I stand up, it don't make a difference. My size. Maybe even worse. Now the reason. Oh yeah, just wait a minute. The reason why they always make a high days for the Buddha or for a master to stand on, to sit on, so that everyone can see him. Not because a master loves to sit on high. What for? Higher the hotter, Yeah. Now I remember, before you came, there was, I told your sister and brother before that people, sometimes they come to my lecture, they don't pay attention, or they're not interested in what I have to say. They're just interested in what I wear or why not wear, or why I sit on so high instead of bowing to everybody on the streets, or why don't wear tattered clothes and monk, it look more humble. I say, if I wear tattered clothes, and the security guard won't let me in here anyway. You see what I mean? Yeah. I say, before there was one bodhisattva, he vowed to bow to everybody in respect and say, you are the Buddha, you will be the Buddha. I won't dare to look down upon you and all that. And why now I sit on the high chair, on the high platform? Suppose I go down and bow to all of you, when will we stop? Huh? It's good exercise. We don't have room to even bow to everybody, understand? Number one, number two, it would take forever. And then I wasn't invited there to bow, right? Was I? I was invited there to speak. Yeah, now I remember. I remember that I have to sit, I tell them that I have to sit on high so that the people can see me. That's why they arrange it that way. Because the other night I told you I don't remember what I answered that guy. And now I remember, yeah? And here they just put a chair so you don't see me very well. In the hall, they put the chair higher. Why didn't you do that today? Just put some bricks on it underneath, and it'll be higher also. Yeah, but if I stand up, also don't look much different. Okay, Poland.
Hi, Master.
Hi.
We would like to share another story about one of Polish universities. It has recently opened a new department,
Yeah.
rehabilitation of animals department.
Uh-huh.
And first time in the history
To do what?
they opened a rehabilitation of animals
Rehabilitation
department.
Okay. Yeah, for animals.
Yes. So no one applied for studies at the farming department where they teach how to breed animals, but instead all the applications went to the new department for rehabilitation.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Poland's getting better, huh? Wow, changed so fast. Just for 1 or 2 decades, eh?
Thanks to your grace, Master.
From the, the restricted country, become so open and so welcoming new ideas and new lifestyle. Huh? That's very, very incredible. No? Really incredible. I'm so glad. Bless your country.
Thank you.
I don't encourage a renunciation or going to the forest and all that. It's just that it really helps, because I know it's difficult for you, all of you, to do this kind of thing. I cannot keep encouraging the things that impossible for you to do, almost impossible all the time. So you just do your best. But the Master Power will always help, okay?
Thank
and
you.
the time that you depart from this world, your merit will be multiplied so that you can go very high, okay? Yeah. Right now you have to struggle a little bit. Even if the Master blessing come to you, you also don't hear, because you're so scattered, your mind is scattered everywhere. But if you're sincere, the Master never left you. The Master will know it and will help you a lot, multiply. Yeah? This is the sincerity also is important. In this world, whoever can sit and meditate and concentrate immediately, there's a lot of things to do. Your cat, your dogs, your husband, your wife, your children, they take things from you, take attention from you. That's why the Buddha has always encouraged people to become monks and nuns. But it has to be with sincerity, not just to come in just for an easy life or just to come in to try see what it's like, or just to be like a reverent person. Then it doesn't work. It's even worse than being a lay people. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that doesn't mean that if you're a monk then you become better or you practice better. It also depends on your personality, your sincerity. Yeah. In the Buddha's time, it's different. Like it's also in India. You see, people are used to with monk going begging on the street. It's more independent. In that case, anyone can become a monk and then take care of himself. Just nowadays different. Suppose I accept many of you that we don't have enough room, then I have to go around looking for houses again, and then I have to do more business, in order to earn more money, to take care of you and take care of the houses and all kind of stuff. And then if you are not born in, or you're not European, and I have problem, with visa. You see what I mean? It's different. It's very sad, but so we go all to India, and then I can buy a piece of land. It's cheap there, and anybody can go out on the street, take care of themselves. Evening, come back and we talk. No, that would be fun, huh? How about that? I'm not sure if people still donate a lot nowadays in India. When I was in India, I was in the Himalaya, near where the Dalai Lama palace is, I saw a monk. He said he hasn't eaten for 2 weeks. Nobody donates him anything. In the Buddha's time, I don't know, everybody donates something. Food. Or invite the Buddha and the whole Sangha. Imagine, thousands of them, thousands of monks. Or at least 500, 600 of them, all at once to come in one place to eat vegetarian lunch. But only once a day, nah? Yeah, I think the Buddha knows very well. If no one can invite 3 times a day every time like that, and have to be very lavish in meals. Because to offer to the Buddha and the Sangha like that is very, very big merit. Everybody would want to do it. Not because of merit, but they know it's a good thing to do. It's difficult life we have. We have everything. We have all kind of facilities and, civilized cleanliness and all kind of machine, all kind of thing, comfort. But the spiritual aspect is different. Yeah. Yes. And we can't change it. Can't change it. I also don't wish that any of my monks or nuns have to go out begging on the street and wearing, tattered clothes and only wash once every 2 weeks. If you go out on the street and you come back again and again, it's not that clean. Yeah? You have to wash every 2 weeks and it's not that clean. Okay. But now there in Thailand, or in Burma or Cambodia, there are still a lot of monks. Still lots of monks. They still go out begging on the street, and people still line up on the street to give them offering. But I'm not sure you will be used to that kind of life. You see, like the lay person would hold big pot of rice like this, and she would use her hand to put a pinch in your bowl, and the next month another pinch. I'm not sure if she washed her hand or not. Even if she did, to be honest, I'm not sure if I can live that life. You see what I mean? I'm not used to it. You got to be used to it, The whole surrounding has to support this kind of lifestyle, understand? And you should be born into it, then you feel better that way. Otherwise you can't. And you have to wear no shoes. Just one bowl, and then you bring it home and you share it all together. They don't warm, I don't nothing. They just eat as is. Yeah, and then they go meditate or read the sutra. And it's not the worst thing about the hands. They will put meat in your food. Well, over there they eat meat. Hinayana means small vehicles, Buddhism. Mahayana, they don't eat meat. They are vegetarian. But Hinayana, they eat anything that is offered to them. As long as they don't see it is killed in front of them, like the chicken can be killed in the backyard and then bring to the front yard, then it's okay. Yeah, over there they offer the whole chicken to the monk or whoever, in the temple. That's what they do. They offer all kind of things, meat, fish, anything, vegetable, also fruit. But suppose we go to India or we go to Burma, where people offer things like that to monks. Would you like to go then? Would you like to be my monk? Huh? Then we can all go together. I can shave my head again. Convenient. No need to shower a lot. I don't shower a lot, but my hair is nice. Yeah. Understand? So life is different in different country. So if that man asks me again why I don't wear this kind of tattered monk's robe, then I have no idea what is in his head. Yeah? In America, ask me that kind of question. You wear tattered clothes. I was one time I gave some money to a homeless person. She looked already so tired and black and blue. And somebody tell me, no, she take drug, don't give her money. I said, I don't know that. She's hungry. I just give her money to go. McDonald's only. They kick her out. They say, no, you're not coming here. I said, show him the money. And she said, I have the money. I have the money. So beautiful, I said, you sell what she wants or I will sue you. That's not nice. She has money. She's your customer. And then the manager behaves and then sell her things. I don't know why I had such a courage at that time. Normally, I don't talk like that to outside people. Maybe I talk like that to you because you are my disciples. But to outside people, I don't care. I'm very polite, very humble, and I don't protest anything. But that day, I was very angry because they keep shooing her out, and she was shaking, scared, I said, show them the money. And she said, I have the money. I have the money. Like baggage boy. My God. Terrible. And then they sold her something. And later I buy some more and bring it out to her. I say, you sit here, eat with me. Because they were going to throw her out of the even outside the garden. They don't want to let her sit there. Of course it's all tattered, and smell for many days. Don't bath, maybe like that. And I also understand the standpoint, position of the manager of the restaurant. I understood. But she was hungry, or so hungry and cold already. You can't do that, At least be nicer. Say, please, we have customer. Maybe they don't like it. I sell you something. Could you please go outside somewhere else to eat, Being kind. It's not about... It's an attitude that I didn't like. You see what I mean? I understood him, I understood her, but it's attitude I did not like. Okay, so if that man asked me to wear tattered monk's clothes like in India, I would never get past the security gate. Understand? They just look at me from the picture, from the interphone. Yeah, from the gate, and probably they already call police, you know what I mean? Yeah, every country is different. We can't do that. Yeah? Okay. And when I was wearing nuns' clothes, everywhere I went before in the old time, when I first came out, I was wearing nun's robe. Oh my God, so terrible, so difficult to get through the airport. They take my shoes and X-ray it and my hair, and I have to strip, sorry. So just body search, really like that. Press on the wall like a criminal. All that. Sorry, huh? And then another time, go into some places, it's very difficult. With the bald head and a simple long robe like that. Even though some know about Buddhism, but not all know about it, you see? Probably if I wear the monk's robe like the yellow one, with one cover on the shoulder, then maybe they recognize more. But if you wear some clothes like from Vietnam, the monk's robe from Vietnam or from China, then not everybody knows about it. Not everybody. And the officer in airport, they do their job, Everything unusual, they have to check. And they asked my one of the person go next to me, why does she wear like that? And he said, that's what she wears. That's what she wears all the time. But they don't understand, like that. And because first time when I went to Canada to lecture, we bought a lot of equipment at that time, micro earphone, camera and all that. And they check every little thing. Oh, it takes hours and hours and hours. And I thought I would never get through the airport. It's not that easy, you understand? So that's why later I changed. I just wear pretty clothes and they let me out quick. Ooh. Very posh. Must be good, rich family girl, Yeah. And expensive suitcase, good clothes. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Welcome to Canada. Welcome to America. Welcome to this and that. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like that. Even to the bank. If I wear very simple clothes, they don't even look at me. And welcome to everywhere, yes. Welcome to first class hotel, welcome to restaurant, welcome anywhere. I told you already, but sometimes I don't learn. Because I'm too lazy to keep changing to nice clothes. Because nice clothes, you have to put makeup too much, and wear heels and all that. So if I just wear what I wear from my house, those are simple, easy, and you can even sleep in it, but you can also go out and look decent. But it's all like gray or earth color, dirt. So when I sit in a restaurant, I tell you with the outdated telephone, they don't serve me. They didn't serve me. They make me wait for a long time. People come in and out, and I'm still sitting there just for a vegan pizza. And then I asked for a pen to write some telephone. I was calling somebody and talking, and the waiter asked me if I have money. Remember? I told you that story? It's like that. Yeah. So mostly if I want something from the restaurant, I don't go out that much at all anymore. I just send some, the housekeeper or something, dog's keeper to come out and get it. Because I don't really feel like going out if I don't have to. Yeah. I feel contented just to stay anywhere, just alone at home or anywhere, even in a tent. It's just, if you're happy inside, you're happy everywhere. You don't need to go out to cheer yourself up or anything like that. Only when somebody come live with you or next to you or nearby or do something, and their atmosphere sometimes really so troublesome that you have to go out just to divert your attention. You see what I mean? And that is one of the problems that you have. Because you live with people and they bother you, even if they don't do anything. Just they being there, the energy, the influence quietly just disturb your mind so much that even in the meditation you get mad. You try to shake it off, but it clings to you for hours or for days. But I can't tell you, go and live alone. Go put a tent up in the mountain somewhere, and then even then you won't be left alone. The police might come and say, why you live here? Where's your house? What's your job? ID, please. Understand? Yeah. Nowadays you're not like isolated anywhere.
感谢您收看今仔日的节目《师徒之间的珍贵的佛教故事》，500名生理人与显明技术3集之一，明仔请继续观赏下集。接落来是普世一神教协会对生命的接纳与尊重2集之2，就在智慧之语节目，愿众生和乐共处，得享天堂无边的爱。详情请参访以下网址。
Urgent quiz. To save our planet, we should 1. Be veg. 2. Drive hybrid vehicles. 3. Plant more trees. 4. Change to sustainable energy. 5. Pray. Answer: these plus more.
thank all the reporters, journalists, photographers, camera persons, individuals, groups, companies everywhere in the world for all your contributions of news that bring hope to humans and animals, thus uplifting the atmosphere of our planet. May heaven bless your noble endeavors and protect you always, especially while on duty.
Fortunate and blessed are we to be co-inhabitants with the amazing animals that grace and color our planet. In countless beneficial ways, they add beauty and joy to our lives. Their nobility through unconditional love, loyalty, and heroic life-saving actions is a constant source of wonder and inspiration. What would our world be like without our fun and intelligent animal friends? We simply could not imagine it. Thanks be to the Providence for all the cherished animals. May we always honor their God-given precious lives as we honor a part of ourselves.
Hola, I am Tiago in lovely Tuxpan, Veracruz. Warmest salute in God's love to you from sunny Mexico.
Guan Yin Nin means welcome in Mandarin. I'm Qing Xin, representing neighborly Guangdong province. Awe-inspiring China just loves so much all of you shareholders of this precious earth population. It is a pleasure to have your company today on Noteworthy News, beautiful news for an aesthetic world.
Beautiful news for an amiable world. Supreme Master Television brings you good news from around our beautiful planet. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our programs can be viewed online at www.suprememastertv.com.
In today's news, His Holiness Pope Francis calls for child protection in the digital world. Canada welcomes hundreds of vulnerable SUVs. Japan and Formosa, also known as Taiwan, cooperate on fruit and vegetable trade. Reservoir in Queensland, Australia, powered by sustainable energy. And Chile and Niue protect 3 new marine areas. All this and more on Supreme Master Television, your constructive global TV channel. Peace high on the agenda for South China Sea. The future of the major shipping lane looks bright and prosperous for all, with assurances for cooperation and peace from China. Brunei, Malaysia, the Philippines, Taiwan, also known as Formosa, Oleg, also known as Vietnam, and China all have overlapping claims to the sea, which provides passage for $5.3 trillion in annual trade according to the United States-based Council on Foreign Relations. China's Xinhua News Agency reported President Xi Jinping as saying China will continue to work with ASEAN countries to safeguard peace, stability, and prosperity of the South China Sea region. China and Association of Southeast Asian Nations member states will start negotiating a code of conduct for the sea, known for its wealth of natural resources. ASEAN Secretary General Lei Lu-min said, not only China, but almost every party concerned has similar policies. Respect for free passage, respect for freedom of overflight, and maintenance of safety of navigation, and respect for international law. We deeply pray for peace in the South China Sea. May discussions be held in a spirit of solidarity and prosperity for all.
His Holiness Pope Francis calls for dignity for children in a digital world. At a conference in Rome, which included experts from law enforcement, medicine, and academia, as well as representatives of digital companies, Pope Francis defended the dignity of children in the age of the internet. His Holiness specifically asked social media businesses to invest a reasonable portion of their substantial profits and go beyond automatic technical solutions such as filters based on algorithms, which are not in themselves adequate to safeguard the most vulnerable. Thank you, Your Holiness Pope Francis, for speaking out to protect children and youth from dangers they may face online. May all work together to ensure that new technologies create a better world.
Up next, Canada resettles hundreds of vulnerable Yazidis who will take a drink of fresh juice and come back soon. Supreme Master Television will return in just a moment with more admirable news.
This is the story of a place known as the Hidden City. The Hidden City is the biggest city on Earth, even though no people actually live there. But it's filled with the most magical animals in the world. Where is the Hidden City? To find it, you have to look in the land, beneath the sea. The Hidden City is also known as the Coral Reef, and it may be the most important city in the world because more species live here than any other place on Earth. Unfortunately, pollution is harming the coral reef. 70% of it will perish in our lifetime if we don't begin protecting it now, which won't just affect the clownfish, the grouper, or the eel. It'll affect us all, because the reefs sustain the ocean, and the oceans sustain the Earth. And some even think that hidden inside the Hidden City may be new medicines and cures for disease. The city may be hidden, but the message is easy to see. Protect the coral reef, and we protect the ocean. Protect the ocean, and we protect the Earth.
We are two of the stars of Supreme Master Ching Hai's international #1 bestseller, The Noble Wilds, and we would like to share a tip on saving water and electricity.
Install an instant water heater near your kitchen sink.
That way, you won't have to let the water run while waiting for it to heat up.
That's right, Yu. This will not only save water, but also save you money on your power bill.
Hooray!
Thank you for tuning in, and we love you for being veg and going green to save the planet.
Now, go weather around our beautiful globe.
Canada takes in hundreds of Yazidis. Almost 800 Yazidi women, children, and others who suffered after their country was invaded have recently arrived in Canada for resettlement. The Yazidis are a religious minority, mostly from northern Iraq. Earlier this year, the Canadian government promised to provide asylum to 1,200 Yazidi refugees before the end of 2017 and allocated 28 million Canadian dollars for this endeavor. 60 of the 800 were privately sponsored, with the rest being sponsored by the government. Canada's Immigration Minister Ahmed Hussein said of his compatriots, "I continue to be amazed by the generosity and compassion extended to this highly vulnerable group by all Canadians. We are deeply grateful, Canada and you citizens, for warmly opening up your arms and hearts to welcome the Yazidis and other refugees. May heaven bless all refugees to flourish in safety, peace, and joy."
Fruits and vegetables propel enhanced bilateral trade between Japan and Formosa, also known as Taiwan. A Japanese produce distributor has penned an agreement with Formosan or Taiwanese agricultural development business to grow carrots, onions, pineapples, and other items. The enterprise will boost imports and exports of produce to around $89 million each, which is more than twice the present bilateral trade volume. The move also represents a revitalization of agriculture in Formosa or Taiwan. Congratulations, Formosa, Taiwan, and Japan, on your collaboration that brings quality, fresh produce to your citizens.
Up next on Noteworthy News, 323 solar panels power a reservoir in Queensland, Australia. We're going to sit in silent meditation to be with God. Stay tuned for more very cool news on Supreme Master Television.
Are we short of water? One serving of beef uses over 1,200 gallons of water. One serving of chicken uses 330 gallons of water. One complete vegan meal with tofu, rice, and vegetables uses only 98 gallons of water. Be veg, go green.
Are we short of food?
How many people in the world are hungry? $1.02 billion people.
Grain currently fed to livestock is enough to feed 2 billion people.
I said already 80% of it will be cut almost immediately, and we can see the result in a few weeks. Because if you don't keep breeding more animals, then there are less methane, And if we don't eat meat, then there's no transportation necessary for it, and much less fuel needed. And all these people can be trained to do something else. And there will be less hunger because we will use the agricultural products, cereals, to feed humans instead of feeding more bred animals in the future. So we don't have hunger anymore, and there will be no more war because of hunger. So the effect is immense. Keep multiplying it, and then you know what I mean.
Be veg, go green to save the planet.
Welcome back to Noteworthy News, exemplary news for an outstanding world. Reservoir in the state of Queensland, Australia, powered by Tesla Powerpack, a water treatment facility built at Round Mountain to serve the rapidly growing population in Logan City, is completely off-grid. The altitude of the reservoir means electricity is not required to pump water to the residents. However, power is needed for the treatment process. The 323 solar panels adorning the roof of the facility, coupled with a massive 95 kilowatt-hour Tesla Powerpack battery, provides all the electricity required to safely treat the water. The projected savings of the off-grid system is about $40,000 a year and will provide a model for other water treatment facilities. Logan Mayor Luke Smith said, "This will be an example to other councils around Australia, whether it be regional councils or councils in the city that need to save some dollars." Hats off, Logan City Council, for employing this environmentally friendly initiative. We give thanks to our loving Son for providing for our needs in so many fantastic ways.
Chile and Niue protect 3 new marine areas. Niue, a small South Pacific island, has allocated 40% of her seabed and coastal waters, which were previously used for economic activities, into a protected marine park. The decision was motivated by the nation's awareness of the precarious state of her waters and profound concern about the damage being caused to her coral reefs by global warming and fishing. Chile has also significantly contributed to eco endeavors by announcing 2 new protected areas, which will safeguard all marine animals throughout an area of 240,000 square miles. Since 2010, Chile has designated areas of over 400,000 square miles where all marine life is protected. Wow! A big thank you, Niue and Chile, for your love and care for precious marine life. May more leaders follow your wisdom to protect our oceans.
Let's enjoy some humor with a joke entitled, "Who Found America?"
Teacher. Maria, please point to America on the map. Maria.
This is it.
Teacher. Well done. Now class, who found America?
Class.
Maria
did.
Thank you for your presence on Noteworthy News. Coming up next, Unitarian Universalism, Acceptance and Respect for Life, Part 2 of 2, in Words of Wisdom.
May you and your loved ones be uplifted by the blessings of God.
We thank all the reporters, journalists, photographers, camera persons, individuals, groups, companies everywhere in the world for all your contributions of news that bring hope to humans and animals, thus uplifting the atmosphere of our planet. May heaven bless your noble endeavors and protect you always, especially while on duty.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/NWN.
This is Jim Cameron, and you are watching Supreme Master Television.
Hi, this is Paula Abdul. You're watching Supreme Master Television. Hi, I'm Frances Fisher. I'm a vegetarian. Be veg, go green to save the planet. Save yourself.
Hello, I'm Richard Branson. You're watching Supreme Master Television.
Hi, I'm Charlotte Ross, and you're watching Supreme Master Television.
Started talking about
Hi, I'm Mary Lou Hanner, author of The Total Health Makeover. Be veg, go green, save the planet.
Hi, I'm Georgia Fox, and you're watching Supreme Master Television.
Hi, I'm Persia White. You're watching Supreme Master Television.
Be veg, go green, save the planet.
Hello, this is Jeff Goldblum, and you're watching Supreme Master Television.
Hi, I'm Lou Ferrigno. You are watching Supreme Master Television.
Hi, this is Matthew Perry. You're watching Supreme Master Television.
Congratulations.
Be veg, go green, save the planet.
Hey, I'm Deborah Gibson. You're watching Supreme Master Television.
Thank you for watching Supreme Master Television.
Hi, I'm Morgan Freeman, and you're watching Supreme Master Television.
Supreme Master Television.
I like the sound of that.
Welcome, Earth-loving viewers. Last week we met Dr. Russell K. Elevin, a distinguished minister of the Unitarian Universalist Association of Congregations, or UUA, from the United States, who is also a professional counselor, educator, and a committed vegan. His caring and open-minded approach has made him a cherished leader at the West Side Unitarian Universalist Church in Fort Worth, Texas, USA, where he serves a congregation of 200 people. Meanwhile, Dr. Elevin reaches out to hundreds more people, especially through the internet, to promote a vegan lifestyle. Previously, Dr. Elevin shared his compelling story of his two struggles with life-threatening cancer and how both experiences deepened the connections he made with the plant-based diet.
At the age of 13, I was able to look in those cows' eyes and realize that there was more there going on than what I had been told by other people. I knew at age 13 that I shouldn't be eating animals. And it was at the same time that I had cancer. They said that it went from my elbow to about my shoulder in 6 weeks, and that if we didn't do something drastic, that it would take my life. I really struggled for survival. I really wanted to live. And you see that with animals too. Whatever we do to them, whatever harm we put them through, that all they want to do is live.
In 2004, after Dr. Elevin was diagnosed with colorectal cancer, through his own research, he began a vegan diet, which helped him to overcome the illness and regain his health. But to Dr. Elevin, more important than his own personal health is the need to stop animal cruelty and environmental destruction through better food choices. These same issues are also actively raised in the Unitarian Universalist Church.
Obviously, this facet of your life has become very important to you, and you are very active promoting it, especially on Twitter. What does veganism symbolize for you, and why do you consider it so important to raise awareness?
There are a lot of folks who know me, who follow me on Twitter, but there are a lot of folks who don't know me at all, who have found me because of my vegan emphasis in my tweets. I take part in a lot of things that are important to the Earth's health and to our health and to a wide variety of issues. I may not preach about it every Sunday in the pulpit, although I think it would be very interesting to have a Unitarian Universalist congregation that's based on ahimsa, that concept of doing no harm. I think that church would look very interesting.
The Unitarian Universalist Association is an open religious organization based on Jewish Christian roots. Membership is open to everyone, and all are encouraged to find their own spiritual paths while respecting one another's.
Unitarian Universalism is a very progressive religion. Today, in our congregations and societies and churches, you'll find folks who self-identify as UU Christians. They identify as a follower of Jesus. You'll find folks who call themselves Unitarian Universalist Buddhists who follow the Eightfold Path of Buddha. You will find folks who follow a more earth-centered spirituality. A lot of folks who are humanist-leaning, who are non-theistic. Unitarian Universalism has evolved into a religion of its own, where we can have people who find truth. We have 7 principles and we have a variety of traditions that we pull upon.
The Unitarian Universalist Association draws upon certain sources of faith. They include, among others, words and deeds of prophetic women and men which challenge us to confront powers and structures of evil with justice, compassion, and the transforming power of love, and spiritual teachings of earth-centered traditions which celebrate the sacred circle of life and instruct us to live in harmony with the rhythms of nature. It is no wonder that throughout its history, the Unitarian Universalist Association has been at the forefront in promoting social and environmental justice, as well as animal protection.
There is a contingent that is saying we should not be eating animals at all. That we need to begin to recognize that these animals have worth and dignity in their own right, that they were not here for us, that they evolved for their own being and circumstance. So I think the voice within Unitarian Universalism is getting louder. I don't think you would find a UU today who doesn't know what veganism is. I would say within a whole that there are more vegetarians and vegans within Unitarian Universalism as a percentage than other religious organizations that have come out of Christianity may have. I would like for Unitarian Universalism and for Christianity to look at this more as a way of stewardship. We obviously have the power on the earth to kill and to maim and to do harm. But we also could take that in a different way. If we are stewards of the earth and stewards of the animals, to take care of them in a way that's not been done within our culture, particularly the Western culture.
Today, the church houses the Unitarian Universalist Animal Ministry, or UUAM, dedicated to affirming the kinship and interdependence of all beings and adopting an ethic of interspecies compassion as an integral component of liberal religion.
Are we and animals fundamentally the same? Are we all enlivened by the same thing?
I don't speak for Unitarian Universalism as a whole, but I do think I speak for a lot of people within Unitarian Universalism. Our UU ancestors used to talk about this divine spark that everyone has. And I would challenge just about anybody to watch a little kitten, a little puppy dancing around, playing around, to look in the eyes of that other animal and not see that divine spark. When you look into the eyes of another sentient being, I think you can see that divine spark. And when you see them play and when you see mothers care for their young, I think that divine spark is there. And I think when we recognize that, we are much less likely to want to do those animals harm, to want to ingest them, to take them into our bodies. When we can shift our belief just a little bit to recognize that divine spark, that we've recognized in Unitarian Universalism we've recognized in humanity. If we can progress a little bit more, I think we'll see it in animals as well. In fact, just this past Saturday, the church I serve held its first vegan potluck. Now, we invited people outside of the church to attend. There are more and more ministers who are waking up to this. But my hope is that Unitarian Universalism can progress further and see that divine spark that we were talking about. We've got a lot of people examining what we're calling ethical eating.
The Unitarian Universalist Association currently distributes free of charge a comprehensive guide titled Ethical Eating, Food and Environmental Justice. The following are excerpts. The call for a just, sustainable, humane world food system has never been louder. Scientific writings and popular media link our food production and distribution systems to climate change and the energy crisis, and uncover deep-seated problems with our agricultural infrastructure. As a result, many Unitarian Universalists are coming to perceive intricate connections between environmental concerns, economic justice, social justice, and food. Our Unitarian Universalist faith calls us to respond now to this crisis. We cannot continue to rely on a food system that uses more fossil fuel than any sector of the economy and emits more greenhouse gases than anything else we do. Nor can we support an inequitable system that does preventable harm to our planet and those who inhabit it. To do so when we could reasonably do otherwise would counter the principles at the heart of our faith.
Share with us what a vegan world would look like.
You know, one of the things that people come at me the most about with this is, where would all the animals go? You know, if we stopped eating them, they would overrun us. And what they don't realize is how we force a lot of this breeding. Our ecosystem will not support what we're doing. But if I could pray, if I could hope for a world that looked vegan, it would be one where we have realized the limits of this planet that we live on. It would be one where everyone recognizes the inherent worth and dignity of everyone else, but it wouldn't stop there. It would also recognize the inherent worth and dignity of all sentient beings. And you and I would be sitting down to healthy meals of grains and beans and vegetables and fruits and know that we were doing the right thing. People are becoming more and more awake to this issue. My prayer is that Unitarian Universalists can show other folks the way in this. The more of our folks who are involved in this, the more folks who are involved with this at all, I don't care what religion they are. If we all see the light, if we all see the divine spark within one another and animals, let's all make our voices heard.
Dr. Russell Elevin continues daily to make his voice heard about more just and caring ways of living. He also wished to express his appreciation for Supreme Master Ching Hai's endeavors for a kinder world, such as through encouraging the Loving Hut International Vegan Restaurant.
One of the most powerful experiences that I've had came at a Loving Hut restaurant, the one in Houston, Texas, where I was ordering. I got to recognize the woman behind the cash register, and she recognized me as I would come in there. She asked me if I was vegan, and I said yes. And she said, "Thank you." Nobody had said thank you to me for being vegan. So if I could say anything to Supreme Master Ching Hai, it would be thank you. Her influence has restaurants like the one we're in, like the one in Houston that I became so familiar with. Her influence has caused that. The literature that she encourages people to abstain from alcohol as well. that's a very positive message. So every Tuesday night, I work with a group of people who are trying to change addictive behaviors. I try to meditate every day. Her message is abundantly positive, and for that I would say thank you very much.
Our heartfelt thanks, Dr. Russell Elevin, for your work to inform and uplift people, both in your congregation and beyond, in their awareness of compassionate and sustainable ways of living. We also appreciate the forward-thinking Unitarian Universalists for raising vital awareness on animal sentience and ethical food choices, as we join in looking forward to a saved and peaceful planet for all. For more information about Dr. Russell K. Elevin, please visit twitter.com/REVRUSS11. For more information about the Unitarian Universalist Association of Congregations and its animal ministry, please visit UUA.org. Thank you, eco-friendly viewers, for your gentle presence today. May all beings coexist in loving harmony.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Open borders would lift millions out of poverty. According to 4 different studies, opening borders would have an estimated growth in gross worldwide product between 67 to 147%. The World Bank notes that if all developed countries would accept just 3% more motivated immigrants, the world's poor would have $305 billion more to spend, which is 3 times more than the combined total development aid worldwide. According to Dutch author and historian Rutger Bregman, migration is the most powerful tool to alleviate poverty. Poverty economist Lant Pritchett agrees, saying immigration in all of our history is one of the most powerful drivers of prosperity.
We thank all the reporters, journalists, photographers, camera persons, individuals, groups, companies everywhere in the world for all your contributions of news that bring hope to humans and animals, thus uplifting the atmosphere of our planet. May heaven bless your noble endeavors and protect you always, especially while on duty.
Fortunate and blessed are we to be co-inhabitants with the amazing animals that grace and color our planet. In countless beneficial ways, they add beauty and joy to our lives. Their nobility through unconditional love, loyalty, and heroic life-saving actions is a constant source of wonder and inspiration. What would our world be like without our fun and intelligent animal friends? We simply could not imagine it. Thanks be to the Providence for all the cherished animals. May we we always honor their God-given precious lives as we honor a part of ourselves.
Hola, I am Tiago in lovely Tuxpan, Veracruz. Warmest salute in God's love to you from sunny Mexico.
Guan Yin Nin means welcome in Mandarin. I'm Qing Xin, representing neighborly Guangdong province. Awe-inspiring China just loves so much all of you shareholders of this precious earth population. It is a pleasure to have your company today on Noteworthy News, beautiful news for an aesthetic world.
Beautiful news for an amiable world. Supreme Master Television brings you good news from around our beautiful planet. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our programs can be viewed online at www.suprememastertv.com.
In today's news, His Holiness Pope Francis calls for child protection in the digital world. Canada welcomes hundreds of vulnerable Yazidis. Japan and Formosa, also known as Taiwan, cooperate on fruit and vegetable trade. Reservoir in Queensland, Australia, powered by sustainable energy. And Chile and Niue protect 3 new marine areas. All this and more on Supreme Master Television, your constructive global TV channel. Peace high on the agenda for South China Sea. The future of the major shipping lane looks bright and prosperous for all, with assurances for cooperation and peace from China. Brunei, Malaysia, the Philippines, Taiwan, also known as Formosa, Aulak, also known as Vietnam, and China all have overlapping claims to the sea, which provides passage for $5.3 trillion in annual trade according to the United States-based Council on Foreign Relations. China's Xinhua News Agency reported President Xi Jinping as saying China will continue to work with ASEAN countries to safeguard peace, stability, and prosperity of the South China Sea region. China and Association of Southeast Asian Nations member states will start negotiating a code of conduct for the sea, known for its wealth of natural resources. ASEAN Secretary General Lei Lu-min said, not only China, but almost every party concerned has similar policies. Respect for free passage, respect for freedom of overflight, and maintenance of safety of navigation, and respect for international law. We deeply pray for peace in the South China Sea. May discussions be held in a spirit of solidarity and prosperity for all.
His Holiness Pope Francis calls for dignity for children in a digital world. At a conference in Rome, which included experts from law enforcement, medicine, and academia, as well as representatives of digital companies, Pope Francis defended the dignity of children in the age of the internet. His Holiness specifically asked social media businesses to invest a reasonable portion of their substantial profits and go beyond automatic technical solutions such as filters based on algorithms, which are not in themselves adequate to safeguard the most vulnerable. Thank you, Your Holiness Pope Francis, for speaking out to protect children and youth from dangers they may face online. May all work together to ensure that new technologies create a better world.
Up next, Canada resettles hundreds of vulnerable Yazidis. We will take a drink of fresh juice and come back soon. Supreme Master Television will return in just a moment with more admirable news.
Stock up. Consider bamboo the next time you're landscaping your yard. Bamboo stores more CO2 and generates 35% more oxygen than an equivalent stand of trees. Answer the call.
This could be good. Hey, you.
Hi, I'm Fufu, and this is Yu.
We are two of the stars of Supreme Master Ching Hai's international #1 bestseller, The Noble Wilds, and we would like to share a tip on saving water and electricity.
Install an instant water heater near your kitchen sink.
That way, you won't have to let the water run while waiting for it to heat up.
That's right, Yu. This will not only save water, but also save you money on your power bill.
Hooray!
Thank you for tuning in, and we love you for being veg and going green to save the planet.
Now, the weather around our beautiful globe.
Canada takes in hundreds of Yazidis. Almost 800 Yazidi women, children, and others who suffered after their country was invaded have recently arrived in Canada for resettlement. The Yazidis are a religious minority, mostly from northern Iraq. Earlier this year, the Canadian government promised to provide asylum to 1,200 Yazidi refugees before the end of 2017 and allocated 28 million Canadian dollars for this endeavor. 60 of the 800 were privately sponsored, with the rest being sponsored by the government. Canada's Immigration Minister Ahmed Hussein said of his compatriots, "I continue to be amazed by the generosity and compassion extended to this highly vulnerable group by all Canadians. We are deeply grateful, Canada and you citizens, for warmly open up your arms and hearts to welcome the Yazidis and other refugees. May heaven bless all refugees to flourish in safety, peace, and joy."
Fruits and vegetables propel enhanced bilateral trade between Japan and Formosa, also known as Taiwan. A Japanese produce distributor has penned an agreement with Formosan or Taiwanese agricultural development business to grow carrots, onions, pineapples, and other items. The enterprise will boost imports and exports of produce to around $89 million each, which is more than twice the present bilateral trade volume. The move also represents a revitalization of agriculture in Formosa or Taiwan. Congratulations, Formosa, Taiwan, and Japan, on your collaboration that brings quality, fresh produce to your citizens.
Up next on Noteworthy News, 323 solar panels power reservoir in Queensland, Australia. We're going to sit in silent meditation to be with God. Stay tuned for more very cool news on Supreme Master Television.
When God declared that vengeance belonged to me, He means that do not take matters into your hands. Let the universal law take care of it. Forgive each other so that God will forgive us. Make peace with each other so that peace will prevail.
Welcome back to Noteworthy News, exemplary news for an outstanding world. Reservoir in the state of Queensland, Australia, powered by Tesla Powerpack, a water treatment facility built at Round Mountain to serve the rapidly growing population in Logan City, is completely off-grid. The altitude of the reservoir means electricity is not required to pump water to the residents. However, power is needed for the treatment process. The 323 solar panels adorning the roof of the facility, coupled with a massive 95 kilowatt-hour Tesla Powerpack battery, provides all the electricity required to safely treat the water. The projected savings of the off-grid system is about $40,000 a year and will provide a model for other water treatment facilities. Logan Mayor Luke Smith said, "This will be an example to other councils around Australia, whether it be regional councils or councils in the city that need to save some dollars." Hats off, Logan City Council, for employing this environmentally friendly initiative. We give thanks to our loving Son for providing for our needs in so many fantastic ways.
Chile and Niue protect 3 new marine areas. Niue, a small South Pacific island, has allocated 40% of her seabed and coastal waters, which were previously used for economic activities, into a protected marine park. The decision was motivated by the nation's awareness of the precarious state of her waters and profound concern about the damage being caused to her coral reefs by global warming and fishing. Chile has also significantly contributed to eco endeavors by announcing 2 new protected areas, which will safeguard all marine animals throughout an area of 240,000 square miles. Since 2010, Chile has designated areas of over 400,000 square miles where all marine life is protected. Wow! A big thank you, Niue and Chile, for your love and care for precious marine life. May more leaders follow your wisdom to protect our oceans.
Let's enjoy some humor with a joke entitled, "Who Found America?"
Teacher. Maria, please point to America on the map. Maria.
This is it.
Teacher. Well done. Now class, who found America?
Class. Maria did.
Thank you for your presence on Noteworthy News. Up next is Peter Dönhoff, revered spiritual master and philosopher on Supreme Master Television.
May you and your loved ones be uplifted by the blessings of God.
We thank all the reporters, journalists, photographers, camera persons, individuals, groups, companies everywhere in the world for all your contributions of news that bring hope to humans and animals, thus uplifting the atmosphere of our planet. May heaven bless your noble endeavors and protect you always, especially while on duty.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/NWN.
Is everybody here? Where's the birthday girl?
Right here.
What's wrong, honey?
Isn't that Mr. Chicken from our backyard? Birthdays are supposed to be about celebrating life. We should do that every day. Here, I'll show you. This makes sense. Mr. Chicken, you're still alive.
Of course, darling. That's just a vegetarian chicken on the table.
Change your life. Change your heart. Change your diet. No more killing. Be healthy and loving.
Today's program will be presented in Bulgarian with subtitles in Arabic, Aulacese, also known as Vietnamese, Chinese, English, French, German, Indonesian, Korean, Mongolian, Persian, Spanish, and Thai. Здравейте, миролюбиви зрители и добре дошли! Аз съм Дилия, приятелски се присъединявам към вас от благословения народ на София в величествена България, земя на рози. Днес ще ви представим почитания философ и духовен учител Петър Константинов Дънов, познат още като Бенса Дуно, който започва просветления си духовен път тук на Земята през 1864 година. Ще започнем предаването с прочит на вдъхновяващ пасаж от известното му пророчество от 1944 година, оповестяващо идването на нова, по-чиста ера на Земята. Въпреки, че не всички жители на планетата се намират на една и съща степен на еволюция, новата вълна ще бъде усетена от всеки един от нас. И тази трансформация ще засегне не само Земята, но и съвкупността от целия космос. Най-доброто и единствено нещо, което хората могат да направят, е да се обърнат към Бог и съзнателно да подобрят себе си, да издигнат вибрационното си ниво, докато не достигнат хармония с мощната вълна, която скоро ще ги залее. Нова култура ще види светлината на деня, която ще се основава на 3 основни принципа: издигането на жените, издигането на кротките и смирените и защита правата на човека. Роден в село Николаевка, България, Петър Дънов бил син на ортодоксален свещеник. Още на младини той проявява огромна мъдрост и разбиране за възрастта си. В началото на 20-те си години изучава теология и медицина в Съединените щати, където прекарва 7 години, след което се завръща в България и се установява във Варна. Вместо да приеме поканата за свещеничество, той решава да прекара времето си в уединение и дълбока медитация. През 1896 година Петър Дънов публикува първата си книга «Науката и възпитанието», където анализира разгръщането на човечеството в новата култура. Но животът му претърпява дълбок обрат на идната година, когато има божествено вътрешно преживяване. Точно чрез тази съкровенна връзка с Бог, той осъзнава по-висшата цел на живота си и приема духовното си име Бенса Дуно, което в превод означава този, който носи доброто чрез Словото. През 1897 година Бенса Дуно учредява Общество за повдигане на религиозния дух на българският народ. През годините обществото се развива до Всемирното бяло братство, приветстващо духовни търсачи от всякакъв произход, които да се свържат със светлината на Бог. Учениците приемат редица практики, включително медитация, молитва, йога и вегетариански начин на живот. Учителя Петър Дънов обяснява важността да се яде чиста растителна храна. Консумирайки вегетарианска храна, хората стават по-пречистени. Месото съдържа повече токсини. Когато животните биват заколвани, те изпитват страх, който образува токсини в организма им. Хората, които ядат това месо, приемат тези токсини в организма си и в резултат на това се появяват заболявания. Учителят Дуно започва да пътува из цяла България, изнасяйки публични лекции в неделя, разработвайки също тълкование на библейски цитати. Неговите лекции, измежду които Ето човека и серията Сила и живот, са записани от учениците му и стенографирани и подготвени за публикация. Учителят Дуно основава благородното си учение на 5 християнски добродетели – любов, мъдрост, истина и добродетел. Най-голямата от тях е любов. Той обяснява: любовта носи яснота на човешкия ум, води ви в правилната посока. Лъчите на любовта огряват отвъд повърхностния характер на нещата и ги показват в истинската им същина. Само в светлината на любовта човек може да познае ближните си и всички живи същества около него. За да познае света, трябва да погледне през очите на любовта. Истинското знание е постижимо само чрез любов. През 1912 година Бенса Дуно продължава да се развива духовно, като се отдава на 40-дневен пост. През този период физическото му тяло е пречистено от всички нечистотии и той изпитва очистена енергия и вибрации от повечето светове. Около 1918 година последователите на учителя Бенса Дуно наброяват около 40 000 и през 1922 година Духовната школа на Всемирното бяло братство отваря врати в София, столицата на България. Състои се от общ окултен клас и младежки окултен клас. Учителят Дуно проповядва учението на Христа, както чрез лекции, така и чрез различни музикални и физически упражнения за развитието на тялото, ума и духа. Учителят Дуно живял скромно в малка колиба и в продължение на 3 десетилетия изнася повече от 3700 лекции. След като броят на посетителите на лекциите му нараствал, през 1921 година се основава духовна общност в Изгрев, близо до София. Използвайки любовта като основа, духовният учител създал комунална общност от хора от всички сфери на живота да живеят и работят в хармония. Пеенето и свиренето на музикални инструменти заема специално място в живота на членовете на общността. Самия Бенса Дуно бил музикант и композирал духовна музика и повече от 150 песни, които изпълнявал на цигулката си. Той бил непоколебим в убежденията си да се следват универсалните закони на любов и истина. Аз проповядвам неща, които са в съответствие с великия божествен закон. Не лъжа в лицето на Бог. За мен е без значение дали учението ми съответства на вашите виждания. За мен е от значение, че вижданията ми са в съответствие с великия закон, че не лъжа в лицето на Бог, на небесата, на всички ангели и светци. Това е, което има значение за мен. Ако всеки разбере учението по този начин и мисли по този начин, няма нищо, което да може да го оплаши. Нашата цел е да установим царството на Бог на земята. Ще се върнем обратно след съзерцателна разходка в градината. Моля, останете с Supreme Master Television. Добре дошли отново в предаването Петър Дънов, признат духовен учител и философ. През 1929 година Петър Дънов, познат още като учителя Бенса Дуно, поставя началото на първите летни духовни лагери на 7-те рилски езера в Рила планина. Той знаел, че връзката с повечето умствени светове най-добре се осъществява на върха на планината. И тези сезонни духовни събирания се превръщат в редовни за неговите последователи. И продължават и до ден днешен с хиляди участници. През 1933 година учителят Дуно създава цикъл от 28 упражнения, придружени с музика, наречени паневритмия, което означава висш космичен ритъм. Това е система от медитативни движения, изпълнявани сред природата като метод на духовно развитие. Всяко движение има собствено значение, като изпълняващите го носят бели дрехи и танцуват боси в кръг. По думите на учителя, чрез паневритмените упражнения влизаме в контакт с жизнените сили на природата и в действителност Българското Министерство на образованието одобрява въвеждането на паневритмията в училищата през 1942 година. Както духовното, така и физическото учение на учителя Дуно започва да се разпространява по целия свят през 30-те години на миналия век. През целия си живот почитаеми учител дава на последователите си редица молитви, за различни поводи, обяснявайки, че молитвите са духовната храна за душата и чрез молитва и контакт с Бог се осъществява духовна богословие и издигане на духа. Молете се не само за себе си, но за всички. Тези, които мислят за себе си, няма да постигнат нищо. Молете се един за друг. Законът гласи: когато човек се моли от все сърце, всички хора, които са в хармония с него, се молят заедно с него. В една от своите лекции, учителят Дуно набляга на важността на Слънцето, напомняйки ни: слънчевият поздрав е благотворен както за физическия, така и за духовния живот на човека. Потокът на слънчева енергия е най-мощен и укрепващ при изгрев слънце. Слънцето представлява божествения живот, който непрестанно изгрява в човешката душа. Той учи и на дихателни техники, които подобряват цялостното здраве, защото човек не може да бъде здрав, ако няма правилно отношение към въздуха. Неправилното дишане може да причини много болести. Дишайте с лекота, на равни интервали, с определен ритъм. Когато се събудите сутрин, преди да правите каквото и да било, направете няколко дълбоки вдишвания. Дишането помага за развитието на човешкия характер. Подобрява избистрянето на ума и затоплянето на сърцето. Учителят Дуно умира в София на 27 декември 1944 година, на 80 годишна възраст. Тялото му е погребано в квартал Изгрев. Неговото свещено място е превърнато в красива градина, която е отворена за посетители. Той не остава заместник. Неговите последователи, които формират обществото на Бялото братство, продължават традицията на първоначалната школа, като изпълняват упражненията паневритмия и ежегодно се събират на Рила планина в България. Безценното духовно наследство на учителя Дуно наброява повече от 4000 беседи и лекции, 160 музикални творби и образци, паневритмия, физически и дихателни упражнения, сближавайки до Бог хиляди искрени практикуващи. Част от творбите му са отпечатани и съхранявани в Националната библиотека в град София, България. През годините, след като физическото му тяло напуска планетата, учениците на учителя Дуно продължават да разпространяват учението му, като ги разпечатват и публикуват. В книгата на Влад Пашов на обикновения живот на великия учител Бенса Дуно са публикувани истории за чудеса, разказани от свидетели, които са общували с благия духовен учител. Няколко дни преди отпътуването си от тази планета, учителят Дуно в дълбоко медитативно състояние прави удивително пророчество. На 4 август 2015 година върховният учител Чин Хай имаше удоволствието да прочете това пророчество на международно събиране с членовете на асоциацията ни и похвали труда на учителя Дуно, удивлявайки се на точността на предсказанията.
There's a prophecy of Peter Dunov, a Bulgarian master, was a being of very high level consciousness, at the same time an incomparable musician that gave during his whole life an example of purity, wisdom, intelligence, and creativity. By his radiance awakened the spirituality of thousands of souls in Bulgaria as well as the rest of the Europe. Some days before his departure to the other world, he was in a profound medium mystic trance. He made an extraordinary prophecy in regard to our troubled epoch that we are crossing today, a prophecy about the end of time and the coming of a new golden age for humanity. A very good prophecy.
За да завършим отдаването на почет към един от великите духовни учители на 20 век, ще ви оставим с последните думи от неговото пророчество. Под земята се подготвя нещо необикновено. Грандиозна революция, която ще се прояви скоро в природата. Бог е решил да възобнови земята и ще го направи. Това е краят на една епоха старият ред ще бъде заменен от нов, а той ще възцари любовта на земята. Към изтънчените ни зрители, за нас беше удоволствие да бъдем в компанията ви. В днешното предаване Петър Дънов, признат духовен учител и философ. Нека вие и всички, които обичате, сте винаги благословени от Бог и провидението. To our refined viewers, it's been a pleasure to have you with us for today's show on Peter Dönhoff, Revered Spiritual Master and Philosopher. Coming up next is Vegan Thanksgiving with Chef Miyoko Shiner, Golden Filo Pouches, Pumpkin Soup and Bread Pudding Part 1 of 2, here on Supreme Master Television. May you and your loved ones always be in blessing of God and Divine.
How much more do we want to pay?
How many more lives disrupted, maimed, or dead? And suffering do we want to see?
In sorrowful response to these unfortunate world events, Supreme Master Ching Hai lovingly reminds, if the road is wrong, the more we walk on it, the more we go wrong. Any leaders who committed harm to others should stop at once, sincerely repent to God, and act to redeem their mistaken deeds. Then they will be pardoned. Even if humans can't forgive, heaven will.
Peace be here now.
We thank all the reporters, journalists, photographers, camera persons, individuals, groups, companies everywhere in the world for all your contributions of news that bring hope to humans and animals, thus uplifting the atmosphere of our planet. May heaven bless your noble endeavors and protect you always, especially while on duty.
fortunate and blessed are we to be co-inhabitants with the amazing animals that grace and color our planet. In countless beneficial ways, they add beauty and joy to our lives. Their nobility through unconditional love, loyalty, and heroic life-saving actions is a constant source of wonder and inspiration. What would our world be like without our fun and intelligent animal friends? We simply could not imagine it. Thanks be to the Providence for all the cherished animals. May we always honor their God-given precious lives as we honor a part of ourselves.
Hola, I am Tiago in lovely Tuxpan, Veracruz. Warmest salute in God's love to you from sunny Mexico.
Huan Yin Nin means welcome in Mandarin. I'm Qing Xin, representing neighborly Guangdong province. Awe-inspiring China just loves so much all of you shareholders of this precious earth population. It is a pleasure to have your company today on Noteworthy News, beautiful news for an aesthetic world.
Beautiful news for an amiable world. Supreme Master Television brings you good news from around our beautiful planet. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our programs can be viewed online at www.suprememastertv.com.
In today's news, His Holiness Pope Francis calls for child protection in the digital world. Canada welcomes hundreds of vulnerable Yazidis. Japan and Formosa, also known as Taiwan, cooperate on fruit and vegetable trade. Reservoir in Queensland, Australia, powered by sustainable energy. And Chile and Niue protect 3 new marine areas. All this and more on Supreme Master Television, your constructive global TV channel. Peace high on the agenda for South China Sea. The future of the major shipping lane looks bright and prosperous for all, with assurances for cooperation and peace from China. Brunei, Malaysia, the Philippines, Taiwan, also known as Formosa, Oleg, also known as Vietnam, and China all have overlapping claims to the sea, which provides passage for $5.3 trillion in annual trade according to the United States-based Council on Foreign Relations. China's Xinhua News Agency reported President Xi Jinping as saying China will continue to work with ASEAN countries to safeguard peace, stability, and prosperity of the South China Sea region. China and Association of Southeast Asian Nations member states will start negotiating a code of conduct for the sea, known for its wealth of natural resources. ASEAN Secretary General Leng Lu Min said, not only China, but almost every party concerned has similar policies. Respect for free passage, respect for freedom of overflight, and maintenance of safety of navigation, and respect for international law. We deeply pray for peace in the South China Sea. May discussions be held in a spirit of solidarity and prosperity for all.
His Holiness Pope Francis calls for dignity for children in a digital world. At a conference in Rome, which included experts from law enforcement, medicine, and academia, as well as representatives of digital companies, Pope Francis defended the dignity of children in the age of the internet. His Holiness specifically asked social media businesses to invest a reasonable portion of their substantial profits and go beyond automatic technical solutions such as filters based on algorithms, which are not in themselves adequate to safeguard the most vulnerable. Thank you, Your Holiness Pope Francis, for speaking out to protect children and youth from dangers they may face online. May all work together to ensure that new technologies create a better world.
Up next, Canada resettles hundreds of vulnerable Yazidis. We will take a drink of fresh juice and come back soon. Supreme Master Television will return in just a moment with more admirable news.
Hi, I'm Gary Busey, and you're watching Supreme Master Television. So pay attention and stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Christy Swanson. Be veg, go green, save the planet.
Hi, I'm Dr. Neil Barnard from the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. Hello to all my friends from Supreme Master.
What's up, guys? It's Ashley Argota from True Jackson BP on Nickelodeon. Be veg, go green, save the planet.
Hi, I'm Jolie Fisher. Be veg, go green, save the planet.
I'm Bob Barker, and you're watching Supreme Master Television.
Thank you for watching Supreme Master Television.
Hi, Supreme Master. I celebrate all your work and all your beliefs.
Hi, I'm Rory Friedman. Be veg, go green, save the planet.
Hi, I'm Billy McNamara, and you're watching Supreme Master Television. And now is the time to act on global warming.
I'm Pamela Anderson. You're watching Supreme Master Television.
Hi, I'm Maggie Q. Be veg, go green, save the planet.
Hi, I'm Rada Mitchell, and you are watching Supreme Master Television.
You're watching Supreme Master Television. Be veg, go green, save the planet.
I'm Christina.
And I'm Courtney.
Be veg, go green, save the planet.
Hi, my name is Douglas Smith. You're watching Supreme Master Television. Be veg, go green, save the planet.
Be veg, go green, save the planet.
This is Yu. We are two of the stars of Supreme Master Ching Hai's international #1 bestseller, The Noble Wilds, and we would like to share a tip on saving water and electricity.
Install an instant water heater near your kitchen sink.
That way, you won't have to let the water run while waiting for it to heat up.
That's right, Yu. This will not only save water, but also save you money on your power bill.
Hooray!
Thank you for tuning in, and we love you for being veg and going green to save the planet.
Now, go over around our beautiful globe.
Canada takes in hundreds of Yazidis. Almost 800 Yazidi women, children, and others who suffered after their country was invaded have recently arrived in Canada for resettlement. The Yazidis are a religious minority, mostly from northern Iraq. Earlier this year, the Canadian government promised to provide asylum to 1,200 Yazidi refugees before the end of 2017 and allocated 28 million Canadian dollars for this endeavor. 60 of the 800 were privately sponsored, with the rest being sponsored by the government. Canada's Immigration Minister Ahmed Hussein said of his compatriots, "I continue to be amazed by the generosity and compassion extended to this highly vulnerable group by all Canadians. We are deeply grateful, Canada and you citizens, for warmly opening up your arms and hearts to welcome the Yazidis and other refugees. May heaven bless all refugees to flourish in safety, peace, and joy."
Fruits and vegetables propel enhanced bilateral trade between Japan and Formosa, also known as Taiwan. A Japanese produce distributor has penned an agreement with Formosan or Taiwanese agricultural development business to grow carrots, onions, pineapples, and other items. The enterprise will boost imports and exports of produce to around $89 million each, which is more than twice the present bilateral trade volume. The move also represents a revitalization of agriculture in Formosa or Taiwan. Congratulations, Formosa, Taiwan, and Japan, on your collaboration that brings quality, fresh produce to your citizens.
Up next on Noteworthy News, 323 solar panels power reservoir in Queensland, Australia. We're going to sit in silent meditation to be with God. Stay tuned for more very cool news on Supreme Master Television.
The earth can satisfy our needs, but not satisfy our greed. So please, use only what you need. It's not like we can go shopping somewhere else.
Welcome back to Noteworthy News, exemplary news for an outstanding world. Reservoir in the state of Queensland, Australia, powered by Tesla Powerpack, a water treatment facility built at Round Mountain to serve the rapidly growing population in Logan City, is completely off-grid. The altitude of the reservoir means electricity is not required to pump water to the residents. However, power is needed for the treatment process. The 323 solar panels adorning the roof of the facility, coupled with a massive 95 kilowatt-hour Tesla Powerpack battery, provides all the electricity required to safely treat the water. The projected savings of the off-grid system is about $40,000 a year and will provide a model for other water treatment facilities. Logan Mayor Luke Smith said, "This will be an example to other councils around Australia, whether it be regional councils or councils in the city that need to save some dollars." Hats off, Logan City Council, for employing this environmentally friendly initiative. We give thanks to our loving Son for providing for our needs in so many fantastic ways.
Chile and Niue protect 3 new marine areas. Niue, a small South Pacific island, has allocated 40% of her seabed and coastal waters, which were previously used for economic activities, into a protected marine park. The decision was motivated by the nation's awareness of the precarious state of her waters and profound concern about the damage being caused to her coral reefs by global warming and fishing. Chile has also significantly contributed to eco endeavors by announcing 2 new protected areas, which will safeguard all marine animals throughout an area of 240,000 square miles. Since 2010, Chile has designated areas of over 400,000 square miles where all marine life is protected. Wow! A big thank you, Niue and Chile, for your love and care for precious marine life. May more leaders follow your wisdom to protect our oceans.
Let's enjoy some humor with a joke entitled, Who Found America?
Teacher. Maria, please point to America on the map. Maria.
This is it.
Teacher. Well done. Now class. Who found America?
Class. Maria did.
Thank you for your presence on Noteworthy News. Up next on Supreme Master Television, Vegan Thanksgiving with Chef Miyoko Schinner, Golden Filo Pouches, Pumpkin Soup and Bread Pudding, Part 1 of 2.
May you and your loved ones be uplifted by the blessings of God.
We thank all the reporters, journalists, photographers, camera persons, individuals, groups, companies everywhere in the world for all your contributions of news that bring hope to humans and animals, thus uplifting the atmosphere of our planet. May heaven bless your noble endeavors and protect you always, especially while on duty.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/NWN.
Veggie Party is in!
Hi, I'm Miyoko Schinner. Today, I'll be showing you how tasty, colorful, and inviting a completely vegan Thanksgiving dinner can be. Thanksgiving is celebrated here in the United States, usually with a large family-style meal. Today, we're going to start out by making a wonderful pumpkin soup that'll be served in these cute little pumpkins as soup bowls. For that, we're going to require the pumpkins, some vegetable stock or chickenless chicken stock, an onion, some nutmeg for seasoning, some sea salt, and some raw cashew nuts. Okay, well, let's get cooking here. All right, what I've got here are 10 cute little pumpkins that are available just around this time of year. And I went ahead and I just pre-baked them. Stick these into the oven for about 30 minutes at 350 degrees. That pre-bakes them and makes it easy to remove the tops and the insides. So this is the pre-baked pumpkin, okay? And what we're going to do is take the seeds out first, which is right here in the middle. Don't want the seeds in there. So you can just use a spoon to sort of scrape the seeds out. And get all that gooey stuff out as well, too. And what we're going to do is use the meat of the squash for the soup. Okay, so now I find it really easy to use an ice cream scooper to get the flesh out, because it's got a sharper edge than a spoon. And I can just go like that. And you want to get as much of the meat out as possible without puncturing a hole in the skin, because this is going to be the soup bowl. If I've got 8 guests, I always buy about 10 of these, because I know that I'm going to ruin 1 or 2 of them. You've got to be really, really gentle with that. So, yeah, just going to scrape this out again and try to be as gentle as possible. Just go along the edge like this. Get as much of the meat out as possible without puncturing a hole in the wall of the pumpkin. Okay, there we go. And you should have between 2.5 and 3 cups of pumpkin meat when you're done. All right, so now we're going to start sauteing an onion. So we're going to need that pot.
All right.
And I'm going to slice up an onion here. We're going to saute the onion in a little bit of vegetable broth instead of oil. You know, try to save a few calories where we can. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of vegetable stock in there, just enough to prevent the onions from sticking. Okay. All right. And then we'll get the onions in there. And I'm going to just put a lid on it. This will sort of steam saute it and cook the onions faster. And we'll let that go for about 10 minutes until they're nice and tender.
Okay.
And then we'll come back and put the pumpkin in there and all the other ingredients.
Great.
Okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, so while we're waiting for the onions to cook, I thought we'd get started on the other dish, which is a phyllo pouch stuffed with caramelized onions, roasted vegetables, and quinoa. And that'll be the main course, okay?
Yum.
We've got 3 kinds of vegetables we're going to roast: turnips, butternut squash, and fennel. We have onions that we're going to caramelize, some quinoa that we're going to cook, and all of that is going to be enrobed in a phyllo pouch, which we'll bake and get golden and crispy, and we'll serve it with a nice gravy. Oh, I forgot to mention one ingredient: fresh sage from my garden, which gives a wonderful Thanksgiving flavor to anything you put it in. All right? So I'm going to get started by, do you want to help me do this too?
Sure, I'd love
You
to.
want to slice some onions
Love
while
to.
I work on the vegetables? You're going to slice 2 onions for me that we're going to caramelize, and I'm going to get started on the butternut squash and get that roasting in the oven. Now, I've pre-baked the butternut squash for about 15 minutes just because it makes it a lot easier to get the skin off. So now I've got the butternut squash. I'm going to remove the skin, and then we're going to dice it up. Right into my composter. Oh, okay. So you did it the round onion ring way. Let's do one more onion. Let me. Okay. So this is how you slice an onion. You cut the ends off and kind of keep the root together, so it doesn't come apart. Keep the slices together. And you cut the onion in half, and then you can slice it. Put your fingers like this, tuck them in, and you can control how thinly you slice them if they're cut in half already. For caramelizing, we want them all to be about the same thinness, yeah. Okay. We gotta stir this too.
Oh, yep.
Just a dash so they don't stick. All right, I'm gonna go back to the butternut squash here. Okay, so I've got the butternut squash diced up, the turnips diced up, and I'm going to get the fennel going here. So I've got 1 fennel bulb. Get that sliced up. When you roast these vegetables, it really concentrates the flavor. It caramelizes them. We've got the sweet richness of the butternut squash, sort of that savory complexity of the turnips, and then we've got the fennel, which has this sort of marvelous, complex sweetness. So the 3 of them, along with the caramelized onions and the quinoa, it's a great combination. We're going to caramelize these onions that you've chopped up here, that you've sliced. And in order to caramelize, I do have to use a little bit of oil. It really helps to caramelize them. So I've got, you can use canola oil, this is olive oil, it really doesn't matter. So get a tablespoon or 2 in a hot pan. Get the oil nice and hot before we add the onions, all right? So now we're gonna get the onions in there. And you should hear that little sizzle. That means that the oil is nice and hot and ready to go. And we're gonna give it a sprinkling of sea salt. All right, get out my giant chopsticks. Give that a stir, and we're gonna let this cook for a few minutes until about 20 minutes or so, until they're nice and reduced and brown and caramelized. So we have the onion that we've been sauteing until nice and tender in this pot.
Okay.
And now we're ready to add the pumpkin meat.
Okay, great.
Okay? So if you can put that in there, that would be great. All of it can go in there.
Great, okay.
All right. And we need about 3 to 4 cups of vegetable or vegetarian chicken stock. There is a recipe for it in my cookbook. in the new Nowlands and Epicure. Now we're going to put the lid back on and cook this mixture until the pumpkin is nice and tender. And then we're going to puree it with some cashew cream and season it with a little bit of nutmeg. And our soup will be ready to serve. Okay? All right, in the meantime, we want to get these vegetables in the oven roasting.
Okay.
So to season them, all we really have to do is add a little bit of sea salt and some olive oil and toss them. So when you roast vegetables, you want to make sure that the vegetables are not piled up in a mound, but that they're spread out in one layer or so they have a chance to caramelize on all sides. Just toss it like that. Okay, I'm ready to get the vegetables in the oven. The turnips, the butternut squash, and the fennel. They're going to roast for about 20 to 25 minutes at 450 degrees. All right, now we're going to cook the quinoa while they're roasting.
Great.
I'm going to need that pot.
Okay.
And I have a cup of quinoa here. And we're going to cook that with about 2 cups of vegetable stock. All right. And I think you've got some stock right there. Just throw that right in there.
Okay, great.
Okay, we're going to bring the quinoa to a boil and then turn it down to a simmer. And that'll cook for about 20 minutes. And then we'll be ready to assemble the pouches.
Great.
Okay?
Great.
And I have to prepare the cream, the heavy cream, to enrich the soup. And the way we're going to do that is use cashews. Now, cashews are a fabulous heavy cream substitute because they're rich and they're creamy and they thicken things beautifully. So I have about a cup of cashews here. I have a high-speed blender, so I don't need to soak the cashews. But if you have a regular old blender, you may want to soak the cashews in water for a few hours and drain them before using them in this sauce because it'll puree better and they won't be gritty at all. They'll be creamy and smooth and wonderful. All right, so I've got about 3 cups of water in here. The ratio for making cashew cream is 1 part cashews, 3 parts water. All right, the cashew cream is ready. Look at that. Looks like milk or heavy cream, right? And that's going to help thicken our soup, and we're also going to make our gravy out of that, too. Okay, so let's check the soup here. The pumpkin. I think it's ready to puree. All right, I'm going to start putting it right here in the blender. Okay. And since I'm going to use cashew cream, I don't really need to wash it out.
Right.
I just put it directly in there. You know, people think you have to have turkey for Thanksgiving, but there's so many other ways to make it festive. Like these little pumpkins, they're so festive. And these phyllo pouches that we're going to make are really festive too. You just want to have the flavors of Thanksgiving, which are pumpkins and sage and onions and all that wonderful savory goodness. You don't have to kill an animal.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to turn this on. All right. Now we're ready to finish the soup. I'm going to pour it back in here. Okay, now I'm going to enrich the soup with a little bit of this cashew cream. Pour this in here. And I'm just going to set this aside until it's ready to serve. All right. A little grating of nutmeg in there. Nutmeg's another really holiday flavor. I can just add that sort of festive appeal.
And we are doing what many families do every Thanksgiving, which is spending the whole day in the kitchen.
That's right. We are exactly doing that. Absolutely.
Just
all right.
No turkeys.
That's right. No turkeys. Well, there are turkeys running around the hills here, wild ones. Okay.
We'll be back on Thursday, November 23rd, to complete this decadent vegan Thanksgiving feast with renowned chef Miyoko Shinner. We will then join some guests to have a taste of colorful, compassionate cuisine that both humans and animals can be thankful for this holiday season. See you soon on Veganism, the Noble Way of Living, here on Supreme Master Television. Wishing you nature's bounty and tranquility. Interested in more of Miyoko Shinner's impressive vegan recipes? Please visit www.amazon.com to purchase her cookbooks, The New Now and Zen Epicure, Gourmet Vegan Recipes for the Enlightened Palate, and Japanese Cooking, Contemporary and Traditional.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/veg.
How to veg for starters.
1. Veg before you shop.
2. Go straight to veg section.
3. Get veg recipes.
4. Make new veg friends.
5. Get info about veg benefits.
6. Spread the veg trend. 7. Feel like a saint. Supreme Master Ching Hai.
We thank all the reporters, journalists, photographers, camera persons, individuals, groups, companies everywhere in the world for all your contributions of news that bring hope to humans and animals, thus uplifting the atmosphere of our planet. May heaven bless your noble endeavors and protect you always, especially while on duty.
Fortunate and blessed are we to be co-inhabitants with the amazing animals that grace and color our planet. In countless beneficial ways, they add beauty and joy to our lives. Their nobility through unconditional love, loyalty, and heroic life-saving actions is a constant source of wonder and inspiration. What would our world be like without our fun and intelligent animal friends? We simply could not imagine it. Thanks be to the Providence for all the cherished animals. May we always honor their God-given precious lives as we honor a part of ourselves.
Hola, I am Tiago in lovely Tuxpan, Veracruz. Warmest salute in God's love to you from sunny Mexico.
Huan Yin Nin means welcome in Mandarin. I'm Qin Xin, representing neighborly Guangdong province. Awe-inspiring China just loves so much all of you shareholders of this precious earth population. It is a pleasure to have your company today on Noteworthy News, beautiful news for an aesthetic world.
beautiful news for an amiable world. Supreme Master Television brings you good news from around our beautiful planet. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our programs can be viewed online at www.suprememastertv.com.
In today's news, His Holiness Pope Francis calls for child protection in the digital world. Canada welcomes hundreds of vulnerable Yazidis. Japan and Formosa, also known as Taiwan, cooperate on fruit and vegetable trade. Reservoir in Queensland, Australia, powered by sustainable energy. And Chile and Niue protect 3 new marine areas. All this and more on Supreme Master Television, your constructive global TV channel. Peace high on the agenda for South China Sea. The future of the major shipping lane looks bright and prosperous for all, with assurances for cooperation and peace from China. Brunei, Malaysia, the Philippines, Taiwan, also known as Formosa, Oleg, also known as Vietnam, and China all have overlapping claims to the sea, which provides passage for $5.3 trillion in annual trade according to the United States-based Council on Foreign Relations. China's Xinhua News Agency reported President Xi Jinping as saying China will continue to work with ASEAN countries to safeguard peace, stability, and prosperity of the South China Sea region. China and Association of Southeast Asian Nations member states will start negotiating a code of conduct for the sea, known for its wealth of natural resources. ASEAN Secretary General Lei Lu-min said, not only China, but almost every party concerned has similar policies. Respect for free passage, respect for freedom of overflight, and maintenance of safety of navigation, and respect for international law. We deeply pray for peace in the South China Sea. May discussions be held in a spirit of solidarity and prosperity for all.
His Holiness Pope Francis calls for dignity for children in a digital world. At a conference in Rome, which included experts from law enforcement, medicine, and academia, as well as representatives of digital companies, Pope Francis defended the dignity of children in the age of the internet. His Holiness specifically asked social media businesses to invest a reasonable portion of their substantial profits and go beyond automatic technical solutions such as filters based on algorithms, which are not in themselves adequate to safeguard the most vulnerable. Thank you, Your Holiness Pope Francis, for speaking out to protect children and youth from dangers they may face online. May all work together to ensure that new technologies create a better world.
Up next, Canada resettles hundreds of vulnerable Yazidis. We will take a drink of fresh juice and come back soon. Supreme Master Television will return in just a moment with more admirable news.
What you got on me? What you got on me? Yeah, little tricks. Yeah! Huh? Shot clock says 5, 4, 3, 2.
Just one recycled can saves enough energy to run a television set for 3 hours. Answer the call.
I was fouled!
This could be good.
Hi, I'm Fufu, and this is Yu. We are 2 of the stars of Supreme Master Ching Hai's international #1 bestseller, The Noble Wilds, and we would like to share a tip on saving water and electricity.
Install an instant water heater near your kitchen sink.
That way, you won't have to let the water run while waiting for it to heat up.
That's right, Yu. This will not only save water, but also save you money on your power bill.
Hooray!
Thank you for tuning in, and we love you for being veg and going green to save the planet.
Now, go weather around our beautiful globe.
Canada takes in hundreds of Yazidis. Almost 800 Yazidi women, children, and others who suffered after their country was invaded have recently arrived in Canada for resettlement. The Yazidis are a religious minority, mostly from northern Iraq. Earlier this year, the Canadian government promised to provide asylum to 1,200 Yazidi refugees before the end of 2017 and allocated 28 million Canadian dollars for this endeavor. 60 of the 800 were privately sponsored, with the rest being sponsored by the government. Canada's Immigration Minister Ahmed Hussein said of his compatriots, "I continue to be amazed by the generosity and compassion extended to this highly vulnerable group by all Canadians. We are deeply grateful, Canada and you citizens, for warmly opening up your arms and hearts to welcome the Yazidis and other refugees. May heaven bless all refugees to flourish in safety, peace, and joy."
Fruits and vegetables propel enhanced bilateral trade between Japan and Formosa, also known as Taiwan. A Japanese produce distributor has penned an agreement with Formosan or Taiwanese agricultural development business to grow carrots, onions, pineapples, and other items. The enterprise will boost imports and exports of produce to around $89 million each, which is more than twice the present bilateral trade volume. The move also represents a revitalization of agriculture in Formosa or Taiwan. Congratulations, Formosa, Taiwan, and Japan, on your collaboration that brings quality, fresh produce to your citizens.
Up next on Noteworthy News, 323 solar panels power reservoir in Queensland, Australia. We're going to sit in silent meditation to be with God. Stay tuned for more very cool news on Supreme Master Television.
Hi, I'm Pamela Anderson Lee with PETA. You might not think about it every time you get dressed, but every time you put on a pair of shoes, a belt, or a pair of gloves, chances are you're wearing leather. And out of all the things that animals are abused for, leather is the most common. To learn how you can help, call PETA. Thank you.
Welcome back to Noteworthy News, exemplary news for an outstanding world. Reservoir in the state of Queensland, Australia, powered by Tesla Powerpack, a water treatment facility built at Round Mountain to serve the rapidly growing population in Logan City, is completely off-grid. The altitude of the reservoir means electricity is not required to pump water to the residents. However, power is needed for the treatment process. The 323 solar panels adorning the roof of the facility, coupled with a massive 95 kilowatt-hour Tesla Powerpack battery, provides all the electricity required to safely treat the water. The projected savings of the off-grid system is about $40,000 a year and will provide a model for other water treatment facilities. Logan Mayor Luke Smith said, "This will be an example to other councils around Australia, whether it be regional councils or councils in the city that need to save some dollars." Hats off, Logan City Council, for employing this environmentally friendly initiative. We give thanks to our loving Son for providing for our needs in so many fantastic ways.
Chile and Niue protect 3 new marine areas. Niue, a small South Pacific island, has allocated 40% of her seabed and coastal waters, which were previously used for economic activities, into a protected marine park. The decision was motivated by the nation's awareness of the precarious state of her waters and profound concern about the damage being caused to her coral reefs by global warming and fishing. Chile has also significantly contributed to eco endeavors by announcing 2 new protected areas, which will safeguard all marine animals throughout an area of 240,000 square miles. Since 2010, Chile has designated areas of over 400,000 square miles where all marine life is protected. Wow! A big thank you, Niue and Chile, for your love and care for precious marine life. May more leaders follow your wisdom to protect our oceans.
Let's enjoy some humor with a joke entitled, Who Found America?
Teacher. Maria, please point to America on the map.
Maria, this is it.
Teacher. Well done. Now class, who found America?
Class.
Maria did.
Thank you for your presence on Noteworthy News. Coming up next, sharing precious Buddhist stories, the 500 merchants and a benevolent layman, part 1 of 3 in Between Master and Disciples.
May you and your loved ones be uplifted by the blessings of God.
We thank all the reporters, journalists, photographers, camera persons, individuals, groups, companies everywhere in the world for all your contributions of news that bring hope to humans and animals, thus uplifting the atmosphere of our planet. May heaven bless your noble endeavors and protect you always, especially while on duty.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/NWN.
Vegan is not a choice, it's a noble duty to save the planet. Supreme Master Ching Hai.
Solutions for the Planet from Supreme Master Ching Hai. Simple steps for saving the world.
It's very easy to change the climate warming and to save the world. Just be veg, go green, and do good deeds. Meditate, positive vision, spread SOS flyers, promote vegetarian diet, be frugal, planting trees, use hybrid cars or less fuel consumptive means of transportation like carpool, bus, train, walk, bicycling. Buy organic food to support organic farmers, etc. Do anything you can to support this organic vegetarian farming.
Be veg, animal-free diet.
The best solution for our urgent situation right now is a vegetarian diet, and it should be openly endorsed and even made into law, if possible, to protect people, animals, and our planet. The only one that we have. People must realize that putting down that piece of meat, which is poisonous, is all they have to do to attain peace on earth and to eliminate hunger for good and to save the planet. Just be vegetarian and we save a lot of methane gas, a lot of transportation pollution, a lot of waste on water and land, and those land we can cultivate. A vegetarian diet can save the world through the elevating good karmic consequences and benevolent energy from the compassionate good lifestyle, and also will minimize war or eliminate war altogether.
Good messages from government and media. A. Government veg leadership.
It has to start from the government and the media because they are the most powerful tools to spread information to the people at large. They have to go over the boundary of protocol and habitual routine work because this is a special situation and it needs special measurement, even desperate measurement. The government can ban the meat, indoor, outdoor, or in the restaurant. The government can let the public know about the beneficial effect that we can have by having vegetarian diet. They have to publicize it everywhere. They have to give leaflets to people to read, make it a public job to do it. They have to create websites for vegetarian recipes or free of charge class for vegetarian cooking, vegetarian club, make it official. They could also put high tax on meat, on ban it all together, on ban the killing of animals, and educate people into a brand new, exciting way of life. Just stop the fishing. The government has to forbid fishing because it's too important to our survival to delay any further. We must protect a living and healthy sea as it relates to our living and healthy self. We cannot live without the sea.
Good messages from government and media. B. Media veg promotion.
All the media should help to save the planet. Every day when they print the newspaper, just one headline somewhere, be veg, go green, save the planet. All the billboard, every advertisement should add one sentence. And all entertainment programs, whenever they do some entertainment, they could say it before or after, please save the planet, be veg, go green.
Support organic farming.
Everybody turn to organic farming instead of cattle raising. Organic farming use less water, less time, less labor, and produce more in abundance and healthy food for all to enjoy. And even if capital needed, the government should give them subsidies to help the organic farmer instead of using that to help the meat production, which is harmful to us. And it's easy, it's simple, cost and water effective, and is ecologically, economically sound. It will absorb even 40% of CO2 if all the tillable lands are organically cultivated. Organic farming preserves topsoil. Organic farming reduces toxic farming runoff and pollutants that contaminate our water, soil, and air. So organic farming is healthier for farm workers, surrounding communities as well, and for natural wildlife.
Plant veggies and trees.
Plant vegetable in your garden. Instead of the grass, you plant vegetable and eat from them. And plant trees. We plant a couple of trees. And the government, instead of put money into war, they just use the money to pay people to plant trees where the desert, where the dry climate, where it's already damaged, to revive the atmosphere.
Be frugal and live sustainably.
Every country should help each other to develop more sustainable energy for our shared planet, as well as to protect the health of the people and the animals. We must adopt sustainable, green, frugal lifestyles, which will support all life on the planet. Sustainable energy, solar power, wind power, and go together in one car to work or to shop together and buy those, if you can, hybrid car. Open windows, turn off aircon or lower the aircon consumption, saving energy, recycling, etc., etc. Everyone can automatically do it daily. And even companies can lengthen their working hours or shorten their working hours accordingly. Use less hot water, shower less time, and don't keep water running while you're showering. Don't keep water running while you're brushing your teeth. Turn off your computer, turn off the light when you don't need. All the standby machine, anything, computer, TV, turn it off. You don't need to take shower every day. You can use a dry cleaning system. You wipe with the baby towel, wet towel first. 1 or 2 wet towel enough. And then you wipe yourself again with the wet towel from water, and you clean. Smell nice every day. Good enough. And you bath once a month, or once a week, or once every 2 weeks. The clothes you can wipe it also. You don't have to change and wash every day. Keep yourself clean like that and save a lot of money and resource for the earth, for the planet. You can live together in one flat instead of each one have one flat. You put money together to pay for the rent. If you put money to cook together, it's cheaper. Everybody use one electric light instead of each one. In many places, there are already bans on the use of plastic bags. And many convenience stores are already trying to limit the use of harmful packages. We should use something less toxic, and we should use our own shopping bag wherever we go to minimize whatever we can the harmful effect to the planet.
Spread the news. A. Write to the government and media.
Write or talk to the government and the media and those in power. Apart from what we are doing right now, like distributing flyers, teaching vegetarian diet, and opening vegetarian restaurants, and going to school demonstrating vegetarian diet, etc., etc.
B. Hold grassroots seminars.
We must make grassroots seminar to offer evidence and logic and the solution to the global warming.
C. Join efforts with other veg.
The wealthy ones should spend money to advertise these headlines if the media don't do it. All the vegetarian and vegan should go all out to inform people and tell them the grave situation of our time due to meat diet and convince others to switch to vegetarianism. I can only tell you that I have positive feeling, and that if we are working hard and with the help of all the vegetarian, fruitarians, breatharian, waterian, all the non-meat eaters out there, if they're all helping us, and even the meat eaters, if they're helping us also, then the planet will be safe.
Meditate and pray.
We have to repent and pray for heaven grace. We have to ask for forgiveness from heaven and from all beings for all the harm that we have done to them. And the powerful, collective, positive, and loving power of the whole world will repel darkness that is coming toward us, that is facing us right now. One simple solution is love. That's it. We have to follow our heart.
War on animals, the costs.
Global human casualties due to meat consumption and just 3 of its related diseases, namely heart disease, cancer, and diabetes.
2004, 25.6 million human lives lost. 2005, 26 million human lives lost. 2006, 26.5 million human lives lost. 2007, 26.9 million human lives lost. 2008, 27.3 million human lives lost. 2009, 27.7 million human lives lost. 2010, 28.1 million human lives lost.
Not included are the many more humans who die from other meat-related diseases. Global animal casualties due to meat consumption by humans.
2004, 53 billion animals' lives lost. 2005, 52.8 billion animals' lives lost. 2006, 54.3 billion animals' lives lost. 2007, 57.1 billion animals' lives lost. 2008, 58.8 billion animals' lives lost. 2009, 59.3 billion animals' lives lost.
Not included are the billions of fish and other marine animals killed and eaten each year.
End the war on animals.
Be veg, go green to save the planet.
For more information, please visit suprememastertv.com/SOS